Okay, in the last video, we created this slideshow. Now this is what I've done is added images to the slideshow. So I see these buttons to the left. There's some of them we never used. So let's get rid of them, and I want to try something different. So in the code, now here's the images that I had added. Now you can use your own images, or you can get mine from my website, and whatever you want to do. But what I want to do right now is get rid of these buttons, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. Okay, actually I don't even need this container. So this is a form that I've created in my website, and what I just want to show you, what I want to do is create a select element in our project. So let's go up here and create a select, give it an ID, transform, so we're going to have to use that ID. Okay, give it an option with a value. The value of 1, we'll call this option transform. This is the text. This is what's going to appear in our option. Okay, we're going to do something with that. Let's copy that and create one more. Then call that value 2, and we'll call that a minus 100. Okay, so let's get the ID of transforms, because let's take a look at this. So we need to give this some style. So let's go to the CSS and get rid of that button container. So remember, I copied the transforms. So let's give it a background of black. You can style this any way you want. I'm going to give it a background of black and a color of orange. Top position, left position. Let's take a look at that now. Yeah, how about a little bit bigger font size? So how about a font size of a 1.2 EM? That's a little bit bigger. Check it out. That's a little bit better. So let's go back, and now let's go down to the JavaScript. So right here where I'm click the image, I'm going to say if I'm going to get the transform value. So the ID, the select element we just created, if its value equals 1, then in curly braces, I'm going to copy that. Actually, I'm going to cut it. What I want to do is add the class transform X, which now we got to create the class. And okay, so class transform X. So what I want to do, I need the properties and the duration. Okay, I also need the actual transform, but I want to translate it by 100%. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we got here. So when we click the image, we're going to get the value of the transform element. We're going to determine whether or not it is equal to 1, which would be our first selection. And if it is true, then we're going to get the image, and we're going to add the class translate X, the class that we just created. So let's save it and try it out. Okay, refresh. It's already 1, but anyway, click, and we're getting our transition working exactly the way we wanted. Now let's go back to the JavaScript, and let's see, let's create another condition. Else if, and inside the parentheses, we can just go ahead and copy this, because we're going to determine whether the value of our transforms element, this time if it's equal to 2, then inside curly braces. Okay, now these curly braces, you can think of them as the then statement. So if we got if is in parentheses, then is in curly braces. That's how I think about it. So anyway, I'm going to copy this line of code. So if transform equals 2, we're going to get the element, the picture, and translate it minus x. I like to be really descriptive in my coding. So I'm going to get that. Now we got to create the class minus x. So up in the CSS, right below translate x, we'll just copy, paste that. And now we need the same thing. We're going to copy all this stuff right here. But when we paste it, all we need to do is change the translate x to a translate minus x. Okay, but also let's also fade it out. So we're going to get the opacity, set it to 0, copy that, and down here also we paste it. So we're going to set the opacity to 0. Okay, so let's try this out. We'll save it and refresh. So we're going to translate it negative x. This is going to translate it positive x. Okay, so now we have some kind of a way to where we can add more to our select element. So let's go back to the code and do that. Let's go down to let's find our select element right here. So let's add, I'm going to copy our option, paste it down here, change the 2 to 3. So our value is going to be 3, and what we're going to do is create how about a rotate? Rotate x. I think we already have that class made. So let's rotate it by 90 degrees. So when we translate by pixels or percent. When we rotate it, we rotate by degrees. So let's see. Okay. So inside our jQuery where we click the image button, I'm going to straighten this stuff up a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and create another else if statement. Else if, and in parentheses, so let's go ahead and copy this, paste it right here. The value is 3. Then inside our curly brackets, we're going to copy that. We're going to get the image that we're clicking on. We're going to add another class. This time we're going to add rotate x. So let's go ahead and copy that. I think I already got that class made. So let's go up to the CSS. And I do right here, it's rotate x. It's everything is good to go. Okay, so let's save it and refresh. Now we have our third option. Let's choose it. So when we click the image, we get that transition because whichever transition we choose is the transition we get when we click the image. So we made it more dynamic, and the reason I did that is that way we can continue to add to our select element, and then we add more conditions to our clicking the image function, and then we add the class, which is our transition. So we can do more coding experiments with that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this lecture or this demonstration. And if you liked it, please share it with other people. And if you want to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel and I'll start making more videos. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video hopefully, and thanks for watching.